Hey, everybody. You guys are fast. You beat me here. I see people commenting already. Hello, hello, everyone. So I just closed my office door because my husband's in the kitchen and I've locked Cooper in here. So we'll see. We'll see how he does. All right. We're just going to give everyone just a minute or two to locate the video. It's Friday morning. I was late posting. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to do the live today, but I managed to get it all together. So that's good. It's a great way to start a weekend. I've got lots of new product to share. I have some inspiration too. Where did I put that? Okay, well, I didn't grab that, but I should grab that. Okay, I'm going to go grab it right now. It's right out here. Okay, and Cooper left, so that's a good thing too. Okay, we're going to go live right now. Okay, so here we go. We're going to get going right into the products. I have a little slideshow that I have presented here. I'm just going to add it to my stage and get the view up because you're going to want to see all the samples. Okay, so we're going to start with tailored. This is the Bold Beams cutting plate. And then there is a matching stencil, but they can be used, they can be used separately. So I'm going to show you a couple of samples. So the Bold Beams cutting plate looks like this. And the sample that you're seeing there is featuring a Gus and Gertie set, but you can see how those beams can be cut out of the cardstock and placed on top of a card panel. So you can just use the die by itself, which is awesome. But this is the stencil. Question while we wait. Are you bringing in the new fight? Yes, Joanne, they are ordered and on their way. Okay, so they will be arriving, I'd say maybe late next week. Not sure. It depends how quick they ship, but everything's in stock and shipping pretty fast. So they should be here by end of next week or early the week after. So good question. Okay, so there you see the stencil. So this is just the stencil on its own. Okay, and then do I have another slide? Let's see. I do. How cute is this one? So you can use it like beams of light. There's all kinds of options for them, but it's a really fun plate. So whether you just want the stencil, just want the die, or whether you want to get both and combine them together, they work really nicely. So lots of fun ideas for sure. And then this is the Swiss Dots embossing folder. So my intention was to emboss these out ahead of time, but I didn't have a chance to. So I'm just going to back the slide up just a little bit here because I wanted to point out. So see this sample here? This one shows a stencil design and then the embossing done over top. So the one on this sample is the halftone dots. I'm just going to hold that up a little bit so you can see. So some are smaller and some are bigger, but that is the one that is used there. But the Swiss dots also look really nice. And I think I have some slides coming up further in that use the embossing folders as well. Now I'll just double check that that is not in the near future, but oh, there's another one using that cutting plate. Isn't that fun? I love it. Oh, here we go. So there's a Swiss dot one. So see, you can use it to make a whole background, but you can also use it to emboss over top of a scene that you've created. And I think that is a really cool option. Like I love the way that that looks. It adds texture. So both of these are really great for that. You can use other embossing folders too. I've done it with burlap embossing folders, and that is also a really cool thing. But I love the dots as well. So that's another way. Or you can just create a regular background like in this slide here. So either way, they are fun and some really nice generic staples to have in your stash for sure. And then we have Full of Hearts. So this one came out, it was one of their little giveaways with purchase. Oh, there's another one. See, I did collect some samples. I wish I could pre-see the slides before I clicked on them, but that's not the way it works. So this is the Full of Hearts embossing folder. This is a 3D one, and you can see that featured in the bottom portion of that card. I really love how it looks. Now there is a stencil. I don't have it here in my pile, but there is a stencil, and there you can see that stenciled out. That's actually with the stencil and embossing folder together. So if you want to use them together, you can, but we sell them separately as well because you can use them independent of each other. Embossing folders are so much fun. So there's lots of options for those. And then new to their Mega Messages series. So you'll notice here at the beginning of the verbiage on the package, see how it says Mega Messages and then dash? That usually means that there's more than one item in the series. So this is Mega Messages Hugs. So we'll just go forward here and you can see there's that cutting plate again. Used with the stencil, and there's that nice big bold hugs word. And this die does give you just the word and the shadow, so you can do both together, or you can just do the word on its own. So that is one of their new ones. And then the next one is the congrats one. So that's another new one that they've added to their library. And there you can see Mary loves the sun card. I love the sun card too. Here you can see the congrats with the shadow, and they've just repeated it on the front of a card panel, which is very effective. And then here you can see it with the penance dies. We have those in stock as well, but it just shows that you can put other things on the card and you still have room for that nice large congrats word, which is fun. And then this is number 3 in this series. It's the All Planned Out number 3. So there is an All Planned Out and All Planned Out 2. And here you can see what you can do with that All Planned Out die. So see how you've got this piece here that makes the scalloped edge. And then this piece here you can cut out and layer on top. And there's the word hello. So this word hello does have a shadow. In this particular card, they didn't use it. You will notice the embossing folder in the back just below the hello is also that half-tone dots. This is the one I showed you before. And this one even comes with some buttons that you can die cut out, which they've also used on this card too. So whether the top portion of your card is something that you've stenciled out, or whether you're using pattern paper you have in your stash, either way, it works great. I love that card. It's bold, it's bright, and it's very generic the way that they've done it. You can use that for anything. Hello, and then you could open up and it could be your birthday. It could be thinking of you. It could be happy anniversary. It could be all kinds of things. Hello, everyone. We've still got people rolling in. We are going to be doing a draw at the end of our video, so hang in if you can. I will give details as we get a little bit towards the end. Also, just while we're chatting, don't forget to give our video a thumbs up. This is really important. I know I keep saying that, and it just really is. It opens up a lot of doors for us when we're doing our YouTube videos. So we want to be able to offer as much as we can. And it's really awesome if you just take a second to click the thumbs up when you're done the video. You can see the little button there, and it's just awesome if you do that. So we really appreciate it. So yeah, this is the new All Planned Out 3. Then we have the Artsy Hearts. This is a really cute one. Here we go. So you can see that background was stamped with this Artsy Hearts background stamp. So see how you get that nice big 6x6 option for your card panels. Now, I showed this briefly in the last video talking about embossing folders, how the large Spellbinders ones are really great because you can do a horizontal or a vertical card. Same thing with a 6x6 background stamp. So if I wanted to, I could place my card panel on the background like this, and I could get a horizontal print, or I can turn it and the stamp is big enough either direction so you can decide which orientation you want your card to be. So that is why these 6x6 backgrounds are so fun. And then you do get a little die set. You'll notice that cuts out 6 of the hearts, and those will fit in the middle of the design, just as it's shown in this card. And then you can see that hugs word. That's from the Mega Messages series, which I just showed you, is used on this one as well. Now they do have a more artsy hearts die. So this is just a nice set of heart dies One of them has this detailing in it, which is similar to the pattern that is on the stamp set, but you don't have to use it together. You can use them separate, and that's why we have them sold separately. So if you're looking for some random hearts that you can add to your stash, these are nice ones. And then this one here is the card worthy stamp set. So someone mentioned this in a previous video, and I did bring some in. I wasn't even sure if it was still available, but this is a really cool concept. So this set is designed for you to stamp on a sticky note or a panel that can be removed on the inside of your card when you're gifting it, so that the person who's receiving it can re-gift the card to someone else. So sort of pay it forward or reuse it. So it's got quite a number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different stamps in here. And they all say something a little bit different. Like the one with the cupcake says, I made this card for you, but feel free to pass it on to someone card worthy. This one here says, share the love, pass this card on to a friend. Don't squirrel this card away, share it with a friend. Remove this little message and share this card with someone you love. This banner says, made you smile, share the joy and pass it on. And then this one says, enjoy the card and pass the love along. So it's kind of a really cool thing to do. I belong to a card swap that I just recently joined, and inside the cards, I don't stamp a greeting. I kind of leave it blank inside, and then I have a sticky note that I put inside, and I stamp this on there, and then I write them a little message, and then that can be removed, and they can regift the card if they want to, which I kind of like that idea. It's really fun. So if they're not a person who loves to keep cards or know, or like they're not, you know what I mean? They're not like crafty people. They might not appreciate the card quite as much and they want to regift it to someone else. It just gives them that opportunity. Do you know where someone could get white Post-its? You know, Natalie, I'm not 100% sure. I think Tailored Expressions sells them on the retail side of their website, but you would have to order direct. But we could bring them in if it's something that we have people interested in. So if it's something you're really interested in, you can email us at the store. If I don't get any emails, I'm not going to bother ordering, but it is something. You could also check Amazon. I mean, I don't know what they offer as far as Post-its. I think there's like, you might get 4x6 Post-it notes, and then you could just trim the bottom off maybe. I'm not sure. I haven't really looked into it. I have something that I've jigged up here in my craft room, so it works for me, but not something I can sell. So anyways, it's a fun little set. It's nice to have, especially if you give a lot of cards, you know, this way that they can be regifted. So I did bring those in, so those are available as well. Okay, so that is all of my tailored stuff. So now I'm going to remove this. Remove. Haha. And I'm going to add this one to the stage. I always have to readjust my picture though. Here we go. Okay. So now we're going to move on to Penny Black. We just received a rather large shipment of Penny Black products. This is a company that's been around for a really long time. But we've had them, you know, in small quantities here and there over the years, but we've started bringing them in a little more regularly now. We sort of pick and choose what we like and what we think will sell well, but we are getting a lot of people messaging us, asking us to special order things from Penny Black, which we are more than happy to do. So if you are a Penny Black fan and there's things that you want, just let us know, and we can add them into our next order. Now, we're not ordering like every month per se. It depends on the releases and what comes out and how quickly things move through our store inventory. So we will communicate all of that to you when you contact us, but just know that it is an option. So we have the new 3D Blossoms 6x6 embossing folder, die, and stencil combo. So the embossing folder can be used completely on its own, and it does this beautiful floral pattern. You can die cut out the image. And then also there is a stencil that you can layer over and do the coloring. You can use the stencil on its own as well, and the die with the stencil. So lots of combination options here. So that is a fun one. And I do have a little graphic up there just showing you what it looks like when you've embossed it and stenciled it and cut it out. So it is a bit of a larger image. So this is a 6x6 embossing folder. So you could do, if you want the whole thing, you'd have to do a larger card, but you can do portions of it as well. You don't have to use the whole thing, especially if you're cutting it out. And then we have reorders on the texture embossing folder. So these are not 3D. These are just regular embossing folders. So that makes a nice sort of plaid embossed design. This is a new one. This one is called Linked. So I'm just going to hold that up so you can see the design. I did not have a chance to emboss these out, so I don't have samples to show you. And then this is the Baroque one. We've had this one before and we did reorder. So that is what that pattern looks like. They're beautiful when they're embossed out. So I think I just have some quick slides. Let me just see here. Nope, I don't. I took them out. Okay, no problem. All right. So next up, we've got the Sprinkles stamp and die set. So this adorable watering can. I love this little tag. It is really sweet. And you can see that you get a die for that. So this little tag can be added to lots of different things, but just looking at the image there that I've got up on the screen, you can see how cute it is added to the watering can handle or coming off of the handle along the top. There's tons of things you could do with it, but the watering can be stamped and then cut out as well. And then you can tuck flowers in behind, or you can stamp everything directly onto your card front and do it that way as well. So that is a cool one. And then next up, we've got what is this called? This is called the Wood Grain Circle. So just hold that up so you can kind of see how it does that wood grain circle. And it makes a beautiful backdrop for lots of things. Anything nature related. It would work really well for critters and all kinds of great stuff. Here they've got it shown just with a floral design, and you can see that little tag. Isn't that cute? Is that this tag? Nope, that looks like it might be. Oh, maybe it is. Yep. I think what they've done is they've done the tag and they've done the bow separately and just kind of moved it down. But it's really cute. But there's that wood slice. And if you take a close look at this card at the top in the background, that is that textured embossing folder. That's this one here. So you can kind of see what that looks like when it is embossed out. And then here's another one that's really cool. This is the Pretty Planter. And there you can see that it stamps out the planter, which is shown here. And there is a matching die set. And in the next slide, I'm going to show you that has this beautiful pick that you can put in to your planter as well. Would work really cute with the watering can as well as this planter, plus just lots of other things. But see that little pick stuffed in there? It's really beautiful when it's all colored up. And you do get a little sentiment. This says, "All things grow with love." And that says bloom and bonjour. So, and then that matching die is there as well. And then we have the boots. So here you can see the little boots. They are called boots. That's the name of it. And it's just a little set of rubber boots that you can die cut out. You can cut it out of cardstock. You can cut it out of white and then do your ink blending. You can cut it out of pattern paper. So you can make polka dot boots or flowered boots. And there's just a couple of ideas of what things look like when you use the boots. And then these frames. Oh my gosh, I can't say enough about the frames from Penny Black. So this is a new set. This one is called Frame It. And you can see that you get 3 different sizes. And the largest size is being featured right there on an A2 size card. So you can pretty much frame anything. So it works nice on layouts. So if you want to frame photos, you can frame sentiments. You can make little focal points with the smaller dies. So they're very versatile. And I find myself grabbing frames quite a bit when I do my crafting. And then this one here is also a new one. I love this as well. This is a layered frame. So you can use these 2 pieces separately. So 2 different sizes. I'll just pull it out of the package here so you can see. So 2 different sizes. Okay, so you can use them independently. But if you layer them when you cut them out, you get like a some dimension and depth, which is really fun. And it really makes it look like you're looking through a window. So this one is called Double Frame. And you can see just by the image that I have up there how beautiful it looks. And here's one just even on the back of the package. Aren't they awesome? So you can do them in different colors as well. And then one will stand out a little more than the other. So that's a really, really cool set. I think I have another sample here too. There we go. So there you can see that one that has the lighter piece on the top and then a darker piece underneath. And all they've done there is just put a few die cut sprigs in there and stamped a sentiment. So very easy to put together a really striking card. Okay, and this one here is a reorder. We have sold out of our original shipment. I love this one. It is called Whirl. So it is 3 frames and it has that, they kind of look like snowballs to me, but they work for anything. So there's one sample, and then we've got another one there. And then there is another one on the back here. Now this must have come out originally with a winter release because they show a lot of winter samples, but you can use this. It's generic. You can use it for anything. But I love that it's not, just a regular straight edged frame. It's got lots of little details in it. And then we have this one is from their new Christmas release. It's called Present Cutout. So there is a stamp and a die for the gift. And here you can see it layered on the front of a card. The frames are in the background, the ones we just talked about here. And then that poinsettia that you see on the front of the gift is from a set that I'm going to show you coming up. And then just a greeting stamped right in the middle of those frames, and it's very effective. Okay, next up we have, this is called Festive Finesse. That's hard to say. So it's just a nice greenery die that you can add in with other florals that you might have, poinsettias, things like that, or you can use it completely on its own like they've done here. And they've just layered it over top of a frame set. So it works well with, any of the frames that I've already showed you. But it's just sort of a standalone die. I love that. And then it even looks nice coming down onto your card from the top as well. And then next up we have our Do Not Open. So this is a really cute die set. So these dies all cut apart here. So you can use this in many different ways. So you can layer it, or you can nest them together and cut it out and create frames. But right in the center, there is the Do Not Open until December 25th, which I can think of tons of uses for that. So that is what that looks like. And then I did put in another slide here that just gives you some options. You can even put scenery in them. You can use them as tags for gifts. Lots of different options. And I love that Do Not Open until December 25th. So that is a really cool little set there. And then just the simple joy word on this one. It is called Jumbo Joy. So there is a nice poinsettia, which comes from this set right here, which I'm going to show you in a second, that has been substituted out for the O, which is a really cool thing that you can do with the word joy through the holiday season. And obviously you can use the whole word together. I don't know if I've got any other slides in here. Nope, I don't. But even if you just go on Pinterest and type in something like Christmas cards with the word joy, and you'll get all kinds of ideas on how you can use the word joy on the front of a card. It also works really nicely for scrapbook layouts. It's a really nice size. So definitely, if you don't have something like this in your stash, it's a great one for the holidays. And then this is the poinsettia. What's it called? It's called poinsettia. So this is the stamp set. So you get the poinsettia and all of the greenery, and then you get this beautiful background that you can use to stamp and make backgrounds out of. There is a matching die for all of the images here. You do get a sentiment set, and then that is an example of how it looks when you put it onto a card. Now here it is on the present that I showed you before, and then if we back up a few slides, there's the present again with the frames. So it looks really, really beautiful and works on lots of different options. So things you might already have in your stash, or if you're picking up some of these newer items, it coordinates with all of them as well. That joy is joyful. I know there's so many joyful things in this release. And speaking of joyful, this one is called Joyful Winter. And you get 3 dies in this. You get the word winter, you get joy, and then they've done full separately. Oops, sorry, I'm off screen. And then you also get the word calm. So just some nice die cut words. And I just have a slide just showing you how you can incorporate the word joy onto your panel. So I love these die cut words. I love to mix and match them with sentiments I have in my stash already. And I really love mixing fonts. So it's a great way to do that. So that is another set. So really great things arriving from Penny Black. And then we're not done though. Here are a bunch of sentiment sets. Now I don't have slides for all of these because they're just sentiments. So I'll just remove this for a minute so you can see the full screen. So I'll just run through these quickly. This is a smaller set. This one's called Flurry. And I'm not going to read all the sentiments, but I will pause here just so you can kind of look at them. You can take screenshots if you're watching it on your phone or something. You can go back and look at them, or you can look at them on our online store as well. So you just go under Penny Black and then look for the Flurry stamp. Now these don't have matching dies. These are just stamps. So you just stamp them right onto your project. Now, if that makes you nervous, there's lots of things that you can stamp them onto if you want to have a die cut option. For instance, let's go back to these little frames. I'm just going to pull some of them out because I want to point out that things like this small one here, that's a frame, and you can stamp in the middle of it. So that works quite nicely. And even things like this, I showed you on some of the samples. You can have imagery down here and you can stamp here, or you can have imagery up here and stamp here, or you can just ink blend beautifully and then just put your sentiment in the center. And this can go either direction. So depending on how your sentiment is, you can decide which orientation you want. So there are lots of options. You may have die cuts like that in your stash already, and you just never really looked at them like that. So even though they don't have matching dies, there's still lots of flexibility. And Penny Black makes very, very beautiful sentiments. I love that they mix and match their fonts together when they do them. And they're very heartfelt messages that often work on the insides of cards as well. So definitely check them out. And they can all be found right now in the What's New section, but also under the brand Penny Black. You can look through all of the products there as well. So here, these ones are all larger sets. And this one's called Looking Up. So just really nice heartfelt messages. Like I said, work great for the inside and the outside of cards. This was called Winter Clarity. This is a fun font. So Winter Kisses and Snowflake Wishes. Good friends are like snowflakes, all different, all beautiful. Clarity, simplicity, silence, friendship warms the soul. It's just, they're really nice. This one's called Birthday Wishes. We've had these in before and they sell very, very fast. You are not getting older, you're increasing in value. The Feeling of Christmas. And this one's called Paper Hugs. So you'll see that the fonts vary a little bit from set to set, but that they do have some classics that they use for sure. And then this one is Not Older, Better. Okay, so definitely check out those new sentiments. And then something else that we brought in a few sets of, these are really nice. These are, I'm going to add my slideshow back again. These are panels. They're pre-printed and designed. This one here is called Winter Dream. Now you can see the images that come in this set, just in the slide that I've got there. So these are really fun and you can fit them inside some of these frames I showed you. So let me just pull this out. So if you look at this medium-sized frame here, that will fit inside of that frame, maybe even the big one. Oh, look at that. Yep, I think it would. And your frame can just go around the outside and you can put a nice sentiment on there and then bam, you have a card. So if you're looking for quick ways to make holiday cards, this is a super fun way to do it. I'm hoping to do a live in the near future where I will demonstrate some of this. I might do a pre-recorded video on our YouTube channel. We'll have to see how that works out. But these panels are really fun. So this one is the Winter Dream. And then we've also got this one here. This one's really sweet. This one is called Critter Cuddles. Like, I'll just show you that up close. I mean, really? So there's a little fox in there. There's a little polar bear. And what's that other one? Oh, two bears sitting on a rock together. So there's some really sweet designs, and they kind of have a linen finish on them. So they're quite cute. And then the last one is called Winter Views. So there's the top panel, but you can see the 4 different designs that are inside the little packages. So those are really cute as well. So definitely check those out. So that's it for Penny Black. Let's get rid of that. Okay, and then we just have a few things I'm going to show from Gina K. Now, as of last night, I checked. We ordered in the Christmas in July holiday card kit from Gina K. We ordered in a ridiculous amount of them. I did post a few pictures of our cart when we pull orders for that. That wasn't even a fraction of them, but we only have 2 left. So if you have not ordered the Christmas in July kit from Gina K, this is your last chance from us. We won't be ordering anymore. And we only had 2 left. So if you go onto our online store and click Christmas in July, they will pop up. And in addition to that, we did have a bunch of special orders come in. I think that's all taken care of now. Most things have shipped. So you should have heard from us about those things. But then we did order in just a few extras of stuff we wanted to have in stock. We did an ink restock, cardstock, and now we have another big one on the way. So keep your eyes open if you're looking for things from Gina K. This is the Merry Christmas and Shadow Die. This is not new. This has been out before, but we are getting into that season. So we brought this one in. This is another popular one. This is called Holly Jolly Minis. So no dies with this, but just some cute sentiment stamps and a couple of snowflakes. This is a popular one too, the Holiday Toppers. So this can turn things into ornaments. So if you have a circle die or an oval die or even an ornament shaped die, you can add the toppers and the bows and make your own ornaments. We did restock the 6-inch T-square ruler from Gina K. And then we also brought in the black velvet plush paper. So this is good for die cutting. So there's 8 sheets in here and it's got like a fuzz, like a black fuzz on it. So maybe if you're die cutting things out, like what would you need black fuzz for? Help me out, guys. I was trying to think of that before. Like, so think about die cutting out an image and maybe like, I want to say maybe the nose on a dog, if you want it to be soft, a tail on something. I don't know. I'm sure you guys will come up with some great ideas, but that is plush paper, they call it. So it's like a flocked design. So that's in from Gina K. And then we have some paper collections to talk about. You guys ready for this? They have been flying off the shelf. We've already got reorders in for several paper collections. I'm waiting for this slide to load. There we go. Penguins. Oh, yeah, you could make those too. And bees. Oh, that's a great idea. Santa's belt. Yep. See, there's lots of ideas. Oh, boots and pants. A black bear. See, you guys are great. Snowman hat. Oh, my gosh. So many great ideas. Okay, so this is new from 49 and Market. It's called Botanical Buzz. And let me tell you, there has been a lot of buzz around this collection. Maybe I'll get rid of the slides for now and I will just show you them after I'm done showing the papers. Okay, so we've already sold out of the collection pack for this collection, but I have more ordered. So we will be receiving more. We do have open stock papers right now, but everything is selling very fast. And I will tell you, when this collection is gone, it will be gone. They won't reprint. So we will keep reordering to keep up with demand, but there's going to come a point where we won't be able to reorder anymore. Things are going to go out of stock. So definitely pick this up while you see it. And like I said, if you are missing pieces and want things, make sure you reach out to us because we're going to order based on demand. We'll just keep ordering as long as we can. But if we don't hear from you, we're going to assume everybody has what they want and it's all good. So definitely speak up. But this is a pretty awesome collection. It's called Botanical Buzz, and it's from 49 to Market. This paper here is called Blooming. And there's the reverse, that beautiful burlap finish. And they have barcodes that are the full 12 inches on the reverse side of the paper. So you can use those as well. This one is called Cheerful. Like, I can't even tell you how amazing these papers are. Like, it's just amazing. So I'm just going to point out little details like this. See how they've got this design is already in the paper. You can see it just faintly over here. They've got like numbers. There's a lot of texture and different things. And of course, there's bees and beautiful florals. Like, I'm trying to show you as much detail as I can, because I know seeing it on a camera or a phone is a little different than seeing it in person. But if you like what you're seeing here, you're going to love what you see when you see it in person. And that is the reverse side of the paper. This one is called Delicate. I love that they have these hexagons. And they have them over here as well. But they've done a lot of the collage work for you. So you can really just start putting your photos on there and pick up some of the embellishments and layer them on, and it'll be awesome. This one's called Fragrant. Daisies are one of my favorite flowers too. So I just love the way that this collection turned out. And I love the blue in it as well. Bluey green color. It's pretty spectacular. And look at the wood grain. My gosh. It's spectacular. Okay, and then there is more front and backs for you. And you can see they've got the kind of hexagon pattern going through the papers everywhere. It's really, really fun. And there's a nice dark brown. And this one is really awesome. It's called Vibrant. Pages like this are really fun. You can like cut out all these little tickets and use them to embellish your paper. Excuse me. And then this is the solids collection pack. So this has all of the solids in here that coordinate with all of the patterns and match up quite nicely. So that is still available. And then we have the laser cuts. So much detail. Sorry, the more I talk, the more I cough. I'd love to make a folio book with these. Oh my gosh. They have lots of examples of folio books that they've done in the past. I don't know if they're coming out with videos for one this time around, but even if you looked at one of their older videos just to get an idea of how they put them together. And we do sell the beautiful 12 by 12 Create an Album products as well. So it is just spectacular, the things you can do with it. So these are the laser cuts. And then we have the rub-on transfers. And ladies, do not overlook these rub-on transfers. They really are truly amazing. You can just rub them right on your paper and layer things over top of them. You can rub them on die cuts. You can rub them on all kinds of things. Card fronts, just so many great options. And there's a ton of sayings on one of the sheets there too. It's all words and word strips and stuff. And then we have the die cut elements. I mean, look at the tags and the tickets. And there's frames. Like, look at those. Oh my gosh. So many beautiful things. And then, of course, there is the chipboard words. And you just get so many options for those. And these will work on scrapbook layouts or on cards. So either one, it's great. So that is Botanical Buzz. Now there is a new album out as well. This one is the Foundations Essential Binder. And this one is called Sunshine. And it coordinates beautifully with this collection. And inside the album, you get some pattern papers. You get some pocket pages, solids, flip out pages, and then also page protectors as well. So it comes pretty loaded. And it is an extra wide spine. It's 2 inches. The rings inside are 2 inches, so it's kind of a little oversized. So lots of room for bulky things and tons of pages. So definitely check that out too. All right, so that is Botanical Buzz. And then when they released that, they also released another collection from Vicki Boutin. This is her, what is this one called? I want to say Mistletoe and Memories. So this is her Christmas collection. Her first release with 49 and Market sold out incredibly fast. And like I said, it's one run. When it's gone, it's gone. They don't reprint. So definitely pick it up. Small paper pad. I believe it is sold out already for the Botanical Buzz, but we have it reordered again. So email the store so you can get on the notify list, and we will definitely let you know. There was a couple of things that had sold out from that Botanical Buzz that I wasn't able to show. So definitely check it out and then email us whatever you're looking for so that we make sure we get enough in. And then also we notify you when it goes up online so you know when to go on and order. Okay, so definitely give us a quick email, and I will pop the email right up on the screen. How's that? That way you will know what it is. There it is. Okay, so I'll just leave that up there while I'm showing this line, and then that way if you need to jot it down in your notebook or email us about something, we can help you with that. Go back to the comments here so I can see. Here we go. Oops. Come on, guys. There we go. Okay, so these are the open stock papers. They're called starter papers. Okay, so this is starter paper number 1. So there's cut aparts on one side and this striped pattern on the other. And then this one is the starter paper number 2, which has the big snow globe. Now my banner's in the way. I'm going to get rid of the banner. Hide that banner. So I'll pop it up again later so you can see it. But look at that beautiful text on the back of this paper. I'm sure that's her handwriting, Vicky's handwriting. But it's on a beautiful craft background. I love that. This is a really great page too, because the backdrop is kind of already made for you. Photos, some of her embellishments on there, and you've got a page. This is starter paper number 3 with the lined paper on the back. And then this is another one that's really cool that you could really make a double page layout of pretty quickly. It's number 4 with the grid. And number 5 has the wreath and the beautiful wood grain paper. And then we've got starter paper number 6 with the trees and the pine on the back. And then this is starter paper number 7. Now, starter paper number 6 and 7 can go side by side. I know it's not really showing up on my full screen, but they go side by side to make a double page layout. And that is the reverse of that one. And then this one here is paper number 8. So much potential with this one. And there's the trees again. So that other tree paper right here, if you put them side by side, you end up with a scene. Okay. And then this one is starter paper number 9. It's the nice grid with cut aparts on the reverse side that are 4 by 6. And then tags is paper number 10. And then we've got the 12 by 12 paper pad. These are the patterned papers. Okay, so these come in a pad. They're double-sided, nice heavy weight. No compromise was made with any of that. So you can pick up the pad and you get all of these beautiful patterned papers. And then we have the Staples paper pack, which are the coordinating solids that go with all of the papers I just showed there. And Vicky said, or sorry, Monica says, so much thought. Yes, she definitely has it all figured out. And, you know, she supports a lot of this with classes and her Friday Night Lives and things like that. So there's tons of inspiration and things out there too, once we get going. Now, I'm going to show a few slides that I pulled from the interwebs that show just some design team things that they've been making. So this is with the Botanical Buzz, just a few different layout samples here. Isn't that beautiful? So look at those hexagon frames and see how those beautiful backgrounds just allow you to just start putting your stuff on there. You just layer it on and you're kind of off to the races. It really does make it quite easy. And there is another one, completely different tones in the colors. I'll just back up. That really does capture that blue that's in the line. And this is a much deeper color scheme. And there's another one. And then this is one of the only ones I could find so far. They're just starting to work with these collections, so they'll definitely be providing more inspiration. But that is one from the Memories in Mistletoe collection from Vicki. Okay, so definitely check those out. And like I said, how it works is 49 and Market does one big print run. And then we all order from the same place. So again, we can see the inventory, and it has gone down dramatically from the release time. And it's only been out for about a week. So it's going quickly. Both collections are. And once we see things are sold out, they're discontinued. We can't order them anymore. So definitely be picking up the things that you want when you see them. And then here are all of the embellishments for Vicki's collection. Let's just get this off the screen here. So she has come out with a flipbook project kit. Now she did a walkthrough of her collection on her Facebook group. So if you really want to see, her take on everything, definitely go and watch that. But this is a really unique little project kit. We did our first order, and then we were getting quite a few emails before it even arrived. So we ordered again. So we've got more en route to us already. So these can be used as the flip book project, but you can also use these on their own on your scrapbook layouts. They're nice, large die cuts, and you can remove the part that makes it the flip, and then you can use it just as icons and things on your scrapbook layouts. It's really awesome. There is a stand that 49 and Market has. We did order some. I'm not sure what the status is for inventory with us, but we will get more for sure. I think I've already ordered more. They're already en route to us. So, and that is what the flip book goes on. So definitely check that out. And then we've got, oh my gosh, so many things. So here's the 6x8 paper pack. So there's 24 sheets in there, 12 double-sided papers. It's the heavyweight. You get 2 of each design. And then look at all this stuff here. These are the laser cut elements. There's 4 sheets in here. So lots and lots of options. And the detail is crazy on these. You can really build lots of scenes and lots of layering. This is rub-on transfers. There's 3 sheets in here. So there's all 3 sheets at the bottom. And then this is rub-on transfers as well, but these are the blendable ones. So they kind of are great for creating your backgrounds. So there is the 3 sheets at the bottom here. And then here is the laser cut elements. These are more like the floral designs, which is just more greenery than icons. And then we have the stickers. So cardstock stickers. Like, look at all those word strips and different colors. And then her foam puffy stickers. Not foam, just puffy. I misspoke. And this is all in her handwriting as well. And then we've got journaling bits. So I'll just flip this over and show you the back. So you can see that lots of frames and like postcards and journal pieces that are great for layering. And then we've got the frame necessities. So this coordinates with things other than this collection, but it's a really great staple. And it obviously goes with this as well. And then these are the icons and titles ephemera set. Like, look at all this stuff. There's 187 pieces in here. Now, the difference between this and the laser die cuts is these have white edges. So we're all used to how die cuts work, but the laser cuts are different. They're much more detailed, and they have no white edge. Anna says she's late and she's going to have to watch from the beginning. Yes, well, that's the beauty of this. You can always watch on replay for sure. These are foiled vellum pieces. And then we've got the chipboard bits. These are the numbers. So if you're doing like December daily or anything like that, or you're just looking for a great set of numbers. And then the chipboard basics that come with all these great frames and the words. So lots and lots to choose from in this collection for sure. But just remember, when it's gone, it's gone. There is going to come a point where we can't order anymore. And then last but not least, we have a collection from Doodlebug that's just arrived. And it is summer themed. It is called Summer Fun. I'm just going to put my tile up at the top there. So this just arrived this week as well. And again, selling quickly. I'll just run through all the open stock papers. We are already sold out of our collection packs. I've got a few more on the way, but we've got lots of open stock papers. So you don't really save anything by buying a collection pack. All that does is it just allows you to get everything in one click. So definitely go through and pick and choose the papers that you like. This is Paradise Palms, their border strip paper. And then this one is Flamazing Flock. This is a fun one because you get 3x4s, you get word strips, lots of word strips, and some 4x4s. And then look at these cute little Polaroids in the middle here. And then, of course, you've got the pink flamingos on the back. This is all 3x4 cut aparts. This one's called Beach Towel. And there is the stripe on the back. Yes, too many things in 1 hour. I agree with you. You know what? So a customer was in with a friend yesterday at the store, and she introduced me to her, and she said that I'm the one to blame for all of the spending. And I said, in a way, yes, but just know that I've already fallen for it. So in other words, the manufacturers have suckered me in, and now I'm going to just pass that along to you. So there is so many great things in these releases, and it's hard to keep up. And it's hard to spread it out in a bunch of different lives because it comes in so fast that I have to just keep showing it. Otherwise I get behind. Look at these seagulls. Oh my gosh. This is called Gull Friends. Like, come on. Doodlebug always does such a great job with the cuteness. So beautiful papers as always, bright and colorful. And they all mix and match together so beautifully. I believe, Mary's in Alberta, and she's watching. She's with her grandkids. So there's some nice scenery ones. And the sunshines. And the undersea critters. And the waves. So many great fun summer papers. So that is all available in open stock. So you can pick and choose what you want. And then we have all kinds of fun embellishments here. So I'm just going to start at the top of my pile because that'll be the easiest. So we have new shaker bits. These are called fishies. And if you look really close in there, you can see all the little fish. So they make great additions to your shaker cards, but you can also stick them on things too. So they're fun. And then these ones are bitty bubbles. So I'm going to hold that up really close. See how they're clear bubbles? So these will create a lot of movement inside your shakers, and it does give the illusion of bubbles, which is really fun. And then there are some cute stamp and die sets. This one here is called, what is it called? Sea Life. So if you're looking for a really great set that has sea creatures, this is a fun one. And then, of course, it comes with nice sentiments too and dies. This one is called Seaside Summer. And I'm just going to point out this little seagull here on top of the little wood stump. What do you call those? With the rope around them. And then the lighthouse and the boats, the little palm trees. And, of course, you get greetings. And look at this cute little wave die. That's part of this package here. So I love that. And then this one here is called Flamazing. And it's got the flamingos and the dies. So cute. And then for just die sets, we've got Best Fishes. Okay, so these are just dies. There's no stamps. You're just going to cut these out and put them all together. A post. That's what I thought it was, a post, a stump. You see them along the piers. This one is so adorable. So you can make little fish bowls. Aren't they cute? And then, oh my gosh, look at all these enamel shapes. So this is Summer Splash. And this is this is actually the Easter assortment jewels, but they coordinate beautifully with the summer line. So we brought them in. The Sweet Shells, the Island Tropics, Summer School. That is so funny. And the Enamel Dot assortment. Like how much do you want to just eat those? They look like candy to me. And then we've got lots of little doodle pops. So this one is called, the name's on the back, Photo Op. Then we have Donnie Dolphin. We have Palm Beach, and you've got that adorable seagull. Louie the Lobster. Flora the Flamingo. Sam and Sally, the seahorses. Diggin' Summer, and the Tropical Trio. So those are all the doodle pops. And then we've got Puffy Words. So this is a newer addition to their lineup of products, which is really fun. And then we have Puffy Icons. We have the Odds and Ends. And we have the Bits and Pieces. So lots of florals, tropical florals. We are missing the Chit Chat. I think we are very low on inventory, but I have added more to our cart, so we will be getting more of that. And then this is the 6x8 paper pad. They used to do 6x6 pads, and now they've got 6x8. So those are awesome. And then the icon stickers, the 6x12 sheet of icon stickers. And then, of course, the shadow box inserts. So this makes the beautiful backdrop for the inside of the shadow boxes, and it gives you the directions and everything you need. And there is what it looks like when it's finished inside of a little shadow box. They make great room decor for sure. Okay, so that's it for Doodlebug. Okay, so that is it for all of the new products that I have in my basket. And I'm just going to put this right here so you have something to look at. Now we're going to do our draw. So I have to just quickly get this set up. Let me get my banner going here. Now, there's no point in you typing this now because it's not going to work. So first, what I want you to do is I want you to remember to give our video a thumbs up. Okay, it's really important to us. So please take a minute and do that. The other thing I want you to do, if you would like, is to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And what that will do is each time we go live or post a new video, you're going to get an email that lets you know that we've done that. If you don't want to go and see it, you just delete the email and you move on. But it's a nice little reminder to let you know that we've got something new on our YouTube channel and you might want to go and check it out. Okay, so definitely do those two things. So to set up for our draw, this is what we're going to do. Let's get rid of that. There we go. So today's word is weekend vibes. Now I want you to take note of how it is on the screen. That is how you have to type it in the comments. Don't do it yet because it won't do anything. I'll tell you when. Joanne says she already follows and stalks us. Well, that's wonderful. Monica, how do you subscribe? When you are done watching this, you'll go to our YouTube channel and there'll be a little button there that says you can subscribe. It's very easy to do. And we really appreciate that. So what we're going to do is we're going to give away a $10 gift card. And the way you're going to win that is you're going to type, not yet because it won't work, weekend vibes, all one word, squished together like that. Okay. Don't put any spaces in it because it won't work. And it doesn't matter how many times you type it. The computer is only going to grab it once. Okay. So all you have to do when I tell you to is to type that in the comments. We're going to give it a minute and it'll tally it all up. And then we'll do a random draw and pick a winner. And then what you have to do is you have to email the store. And I'll pop our email address up as well. Let's just get back to our little banner here. Here we go. This can go up there at the same time. So the banner's up there. So that's what you're going to email. The winner's going to email us and let us know that they are the winner. And we will know that. And then we will give you a reply to that with your gift card information. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and activate the giveaway tool. Okay, so now you can go ahead and start typing in weekend vibes, all one word, into the comments, and it will start tallying up the draw. So while we're waiting for that, to happen, I'm just going to remind you again, thumbs up for the video and subscribe to our channel. And you can do that when we're done. You don't have to do it during the video, so you can take your time afterwards. If anyone has come back and watched this on replay, we're so glad that you took the time to do that. Unfortunately, the draw will be over. The draw is only going to work for live viewers. It only takes place during the live edition, but the information for all the product and everything will remain on our YouTube channel for forever. So you can come back and watch. Okay, so awesome. We have 54 people watching and we have 42 entries so far. So we've got almost everybody in there. I'll just give you another few seconds to finish that up. Okay, so somebody says, I don't know if the case sensitivity matters, but it does need to be all one word because it is capturing all that. All right, we are going to go ahead and activate the draw. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of all my banners here. There's so many buttons to push. It's crazy. Okay, so get rid of that. And we're going to get rid of that. And we're going to bring up this. There we go. And now I'm going to go ahead and hit draw. And it's going to pick a winner. I don't have to do anything. It just does it for me. Okay. Woohoo! Joanne, you are our winner for the $10 gift card. And I know you know our email address, so you can go ahead and email the store when you have a minute, and then I will get that gift card issued to you, and you can go shopping. All right, ladies, I really appreciate everybody stopping by, whether you came live or whether you're going to watch on replay. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you again soon.